Mike and Laurie with Hamburg Honey. It is spring, almost, and we are out here today not doing full hive inspections. It's really warm out today, upper 50s, and we don't want to really break a cluster if they're in cluster, but we're going to check the frames of honey inside the hives of what they have left. If they need honey, we'll take it from another hive, and that's a dead out, and we will also give them pollen patties today. We want to get their brooding kicked up and ready to go, and that's what we're doing out here today, guys.
Okay, we're going to make this short and sweet on these. Wait, these look nice. Here, Laurie, show that to the camera. See how much these bees love this insulation? They are just hunkered up right against it.
On both
staying warm for the winter. So, want to knock these off. We're going to make this as quick as possible as we can on these. Take the shims off quick. What we're doing is we're checking the frame closest to the cluster here. All we're going to do is pop it open. We don't want to get into the cluster at all. We don't want to break them. And we're just checking to make sure they have enough honey. So,
wow,
this one has quite a bit of honey
yeah,
yet.
it started laying. Look, it's got brood.
No,
Look at that. Yeah.
no, that's crystallized honey in there.
Oh, look at it. It looks just like.
It was never capped there, and it crystallized.
And you look at it at first, it really looks like capped brood right there in the center because it's a different color.
Yeah. So, this hive looks really good. Got plenty of food. We're going to give it a pollen patty. Actually, we're starting with only half a pollen patty. We'll get it right over the center here.
Do you want me to
lay it down lightly? We don't want to crush it or anything like that. This one is covering pretty much all the frames here. This is a big bucket here. In here pretty tight.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah?
Have you seen any of our pink drones left over that might have made it through winter?
No, I haven't seen anything like that.
I don't even see any drones either.
All right.
Sometimes, never know.
Oh.
And they still have pollen patty, or I'm sorry, fondant left too.
Oh, there we go.
The Hive Alive is still half full on these, so they've been consuming their honey over the Hive Alive at this point. Oh.
Okay, yeah,
that whole
this
frame
entire
is
frame is still just kept honey, so they have plenty of food yet. Get their pollen patty on and get their food up. So Laurie mentioned it is warm today, so we're not in any danger of hurting the bees as long as we keep them open only for a couple minutes. Well, it'll only be a total of about a minute on these two, which is not detrimental to the bees on a day like today. That's it. That's what we're going through on all the hives and doing today. We do have quite a few losses this year. Probably been, percentage-wise, our worst winter that we've had. It's not as bad as a lot of the guys are having. I mean, there's guys out there, commercial guys, that are having 70-80% loss right now. So we will have plenty of bees to rebuild this summer, but we are dealing with fairly high losses so far this winter. But we'll keep going.
Hang on. And we had done, we had opened hives back in beginning of February, and Mike had counted 20% of losses, and that wasn't that bad. And a few weeks later, we got sub-zero temperatures for several days in a row. And it wasn't just sub-zero at night, it was sub-zero during the day. You know, we were having negatives all day, so wondering, how that played a part in this. And, well, they are just, look at them trying to come out, Mike. Uh-oh.
Yeah, here's one of the
here's one of the dead out. You can see there's no activity. There's no live bees. I can see right there. They just look like they froze in motion. I don't know if you can see that. Mike, pull this frame out right here, please,
Sure.
on the end. Or you got to take the shim off first.
I don't see any bees in there.
Yeah, the bees that are landing on there are from the other hives, probably because they see it as a resource.
Can see you down in here.
Are they alive or are they frozen? Like
No.
I said, they look like they were just frozen in motion. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Look, that bee right there. Look, it looks like it was just standing there and just froze in place.
It looks like we might have some mouse damage in here.
Oh, yeah.
But that would have happened after the bees.
Yeah, if the mice figure out there's no bees in there, they will destroy the hive.
There's more than enough honey in
here
everywhere.
They didn't starve to death, that's for sure.
Yeah, just a tiny little cluster. That's all that was left. And these hives were packed. All right, let me get to work.
Like that. Hey guys, we just opened this, and this is one shows that it just died because it's still in cluster. I mean, some of them look still alive, but they're not. That whole hive is still in cluster. It was trying to keep warm. And I'm looking at the wings. I'm not seeing K-wing where they were sick or anything. They don't look sick. It's just unfortunate. Look at that. They froze in their cells. Can you see that? Hang on, Mike. Let me get a good. Wow. Frozen in motion. Mike had to go to the house to get his bee jacket. He was wearing just this veil over here, and the bees got inside and were stinging him. I guess he thought he could get away with just wearing this today. This bee veil full of bees. You can see. So he's going to get his whole bee suit jacket on. And I'm going to keep working. Like Mike said, we're checking for honey. If they don't have honey, we're giving them some. And then we're giving them a pollen patty. So this one we gave sugar to in winter, before winter and fall. They didn't eat a whole lot of it because they had a lot of honey. I just checked their stores. So where the cluster is, and I can't even tell where the cluster is because they're out and about. That's where we like to put the pollen patty. And then we're moving down. It looks like this whole row right here might have done really well over winter. So I'm going to keep working till Mike gets back. Fortunately, in winter, we can't just open hives to see what's a dead out and what's not. This hive has been a dead out for a while. And a mouse got in here, and look, it ate the comb right there. And it's got excrement in there. We're going to probably have to, Mike, we're going to probably have to get rid of these frames because of that. And we're going to have to bleach out this hive box because the bees don't like the smell of mice, I don't think. So that's unfortunate. Guys, we've got everything opened up, checked, fed. That could be fed. Everything's insulated again and wrapped because winter in Wisconsin is not done with us. We could get snowstorms into May even. So it's been a sad year, I guess, for hive loss. It's the worst year we've had. We are still having bees and we can recover, I think. It's going to take a lot of work, and we might have to buy some bees as well. No?
Not buying any bees.
Not buying any bees?
Keeping our own stock.
Yeah, we split our own. We catch swarms. We try to do it ourselves. We did last year. We didn't buy one hive, nuke, or package of bees we didn't buy. So, Mike, what do you think?
Well, we have at least 24 hives, 25 hives here for sure. Maybe a couple more. I haven't completed counting. And then at our other yard, we probably have 15, 18 more. So we'll have plenty of hives to rebuild and make splits and make queens from. So we're not in as bad a situation as a lot of beekeepers are this year. So we will recover and we'll keep moving forward. So if you guys can, get out there and enjoy your bees.